Hello and welcome, students of Union Institute and University. Welcome to HCL 506 EHR and Information Systems. My name is Dr. Dale Gooden. You can call me Dr. D if you'd like. And I have the privilege and the pleasure of being your facilitator for this course in this semester. A little bit about me. I have a doctor in health sciences with a concentration in education from A.T. Still University. A.T. Still is the founding institution of osteopathic medicine as well as whole person healthcare. And I have a master's degree from the Master's of Business Administration from the University of Laverne. And I have a concentration in health services management. I've been teaching for Union Institute and University for a little over 2 years. And I just want to let you know how much of a privilege and a pleasure it is to be your facilitator in this course. Just a little bit about my professional background. I have been in health information technology since about 2007. I've done everything from training and development, analyst, project manager, program manager, related to implementing information systems, electronic health records. Right now, I am currently a consultant EHR director for a company called Vascular Access Centers. And I've worked for just about either worked for or consulted for just about every major health system in the country, including Community Health Systems, Kaiser Permanente, WellPoint, Healthcare Partners, just to name a few. So in this course, we're really going to look at an interdisciplinary approach to health information systems. Certainly, it's going to be important for you to understand the technical aspects of health information systems, such as health information technology, electronic health records. We'll talk a little bit maybe about electronic practice management systems, pharmacy information systems, billing systems, demographic systems, insurance eligibility systems. These various systems all kind of come under the umbrella of health information technology. We'll also talk about the advent of laws, policies, and procedures that have created the current environment of health information technology. So we'll look at some of the earlier attempts of the federal government to work with and incentivize providers to implement and adopt electronic health records. And we'll kind of trace that process all the way through the most recent laws, such as the anti-information blocking laws, the freedom of information sharing laws that are out there. There's some, HIPAA obviously is one of the foundational laws in the industry. We'll talk a little bit about some of the proposed changes to HIPAA that would allow practitioners and clinicians a little more freedom to share information. We'll talk about the HITECH Act as part of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. So at the end of the course, certainly do not expect you to be a subject matter expert. However, we do want you to have a good foundation and a good understanding of the technology platform and how that exists within the world of policy, procedures, laws, and regulations. But the end game for the course is for you to understand how you can use these tools in your role as advocacy, either health advocates or social justice advocates, how you can have an understanding of this technology and then use it in your pursuits of social justice and advocacy for either your patients or for people that you are out there representing in the world. So we've got a textbook here, the Information Systems for Healthcare Management. That's the 8th edition by Smoltz, 2011. I'm going to highly recommend that you purchase that book. I know it's very expensive, but it is the seminal textbook for this type of technology. And I think you'll find it, even after this course, you'll find it as an excellent desk reference for your future endeavors. So please make sure that you make the commitment. If not buying the hard copy, perhaps you can get an electronic copy or a used copy. But very important that you purchase that textbook and that you stay ahead of the reading. That's the best way to be successful in this course. There are some other readings that I have provided handouts for and links there. And so you'll click on those particular links in the weeks and modules that they are relevant for. And I'm not going to go over the entire syllabus. We're just going to go over some high-end points. There are a good handful of written assignments that have various points associated with them. There's a health information technology terminology assignment that you'll have in week 1. That's worth 10% of your grade. Later on, we'll ask you to look at the healthcare landscape. You'll prepare a formal presentation on promoting interoperability. And that is a key concept, not only for this course, but for the industry itself. And we'll do a very deep dive into interoperability, and you'll start that process through your research and writing. We'll look at some common failures when it comes to project implementation, specifically as it relates to health information technology and EHR. You'll have an opportunity to compile an annotated bibliography, create an educational aid, and then finally, the 25-point final, that's a quarter of your grade or a little less than a quarter of your grade. You will have to present a problem/solution paper. So the total points for this course is 150, and those points are distributed over the entire 8 weeks of the course. You'll have an opportunity to earn 5 points weekly with a discussion board posting and reply to a classmate. And then in weeks 1, you'll have the information technology terms. Week 2, the healthcare landscape. Week 3, the promoting interoperability presentation. In week 4, the health IT project implementation failure analysis. Week 5, the annotated bibliography assignment. Week 6, the educational aid, and then finally in week 7, the solution paper. Now, when it comes to the problem solution paper, we'll just do a little preview into the final. When it comes to that problem solution paper in week 8, it's really building upon all of the competencies in weeks 1 through 7, even though that you'll see it's a brand new, fresh scenario that you're dealing with compared to some of the other scenarios, but it's a buildup of other scenarios or situational analysis that you will find yourself in some of the earlier analysis. So by the time you get to week 8 in that final, you're bringing all of that good information forward to identify and define specific issues or problems as it relates to one of these 3 pillars that we'll talk about: access, costs, and health disparities. You'll have an opportunity to identify how information technology and promoting interoperability, can be used to possibly help solve, mitigate, or improve the performance process, and how it affects both internal and external stakeholders. And you'll have an opportunity then to not really do a SWOT analysis per se, but to analyze your findings, analyze your recommendations, and then clearly and concisely identify the best practices and steps in the implementation process. And that's going to culminate in an essay that you will then turn in to a PowerPoint presentation. So that's just a little preview of the final. I think what we'll do here is at the beginning of each week, I will go over the deliverables and the takeaways from that week, and we'll kind of let that guide us. We do have a slot for 2 live sessions for this course. And so at some point, I'll dialogue with you and determine what are the best days and times to hold those live sessions. And if we can't come to a meeting of the minds, since there's only a couple of people in the course, I'll be more than happy to meet with you on a one-on-one basis. So please feel free to reach out to me. I am pretty much always available for you, particularly via email. My virtual office hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST, and you can do that Monday through Saturday. I am available on Sunday via appointment. And of course, you can feel free to call me or text me at any time. You'll see all of my demographic and contact information on your syllabus. So again, thank you. Welcome to HCL 506 EHR and Information Technology, and I look forward to a great semester.